Hello everyone. So first of all, let me tell you that today I'm not going to recite a poem for you. Neither I'm going to tell you a story because today I'm going to give you a book review, which, or more or less, I want to appreciate this lady's work. The book is called Wake Up Life is Calling, written by none other than Preeti Shenoy, who is my personal favorite because I'm following her work since the very beginning. And trust me, she has never disappointed me. So when I read that book called Life is What You Make It, trust me, it had a very great impact on me. I recommended that book to so many people, and the hangover of that book was just outstanding. And the flow of that book was just too good. And it is very important to discuss about that book because that book is the prequel of this book. And in that book, the protagonist Ankita, who was having a great time, she had a loving boyfriend, she had a lot of good friends, she was young, charismatic, and she was doing very well. But in a matter of 6 months, she ended up in mental asylum. She was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, which is an acute stage of depression. Now, in the matter of those 6 months, she went through hell lot of tragedies. She tried to kill herself not once but twice. But the book is not about only the tragedies. The most beautiful thing about the book is how she came out of that depression or bipolar disorder. The book starts well and it really ends well. It gives you a very satisfying experience in the end. So in this book, because when that story ends, this story begins. Ankita is now pursuing her studies in creative writing in a college in Mumbai, Churchgate, to be very specific. Now she is having a lot of fun. She is trying to forge a new personality because she is now at a new place and she wanted to start a new life. Now she was doing very well. She was very active in organizing college fest. She was representing her college in public speaking, and she was doing very well. Now one day she came across a book which actually changes her life. She is now facing her past experiences again. Now I can't tell you much about that book because it would be a spoiler, I think. But everything just changes, and not only that, she also faces her ex-boyfriend, and she was unable to cope up once again. She was having sleepless nights, and her parents, who are very caring and very understanding, took her to a psychiatrist, but she was retaliating, which is, I think, a common symptom in these things, in bipolar disorder as well, in bipolar disorder specifically. Hmm. So one day, she accidentally, I would say accidentally, she meet her college professor at her own home, Mrs. Hidden, and they started seeing each other very oftenly now, and they started sharing each other's stories, and the conversation between them was just so soothing on one hand and so disturbing on the other. That was the beauty of the book. And Mrs. Hayden had went through hell lot of tragedies which are just can't be described in words. I mean, they are just so disturbing, just so, I mean, very, very, very disturbing. But the conversation between the two was just outstanding. The way it is written is just so good. And with that conversation, Ankita came out of all those tragedies and started living again. So the beauty of that book, again, as I said, was in that conversation, first of all, between Mrs. Hayden and Ankita, as well as the flow of the book is just outstanding. It is like water. I mean, it's just so good. There are certain moments, there are certain tragedies which are a bit exaggerated, but the flow covers it all up. This book also hangover has that, I mean, you actually miss reading the book once it ends. So this is what a reader seeks, and Preeti Shenoy really knows how to, I mean, hold their readers. So I would highly recommend this book. Who all of the people who have read the book, Life is What You Make It, and if you haven't read that book, please, please, please read that book first. Then read this book, and trust me, you won't be disappointed. So if you have any suggestions, any feedbacks, please write in the comment box, as well as if you have liked the video, do press the right buttons. Thank you.